Crocosmia, also known as Montbretia, coppertips, or Lucifer Crocosmia bulbs, is a beautiful and fiery addition to any garden with its vibrant red, orange, and yellow tubular flowers that bloom in midsummer through fall. And around here they bloom in July, here in zone 5. And they are easy to care for, especially in the right conditions. You can plant them. They are corms in the spring or after the last danger has passed in the spring, or in the spring after the last danger of frost has passed. The soil is warmed up. They thrive in full sun. At least 4 to 5 hours of direct sunlight is best for flowering. They can tolerate partial flowering, but partial shade, but flowering will be reduced. In very hot summer climates, some partial shade might even help the flowers last longer. They prefer fertile, humus-rich soil, moist but well-drained soil, and so avoid waterlogged conditions or very dry as well as deep shade. Crocosmia can grow in a wide range of soil types: chalk, clay, loam, and sand, with neutral, acidic, or alkaline pH, as long as the drainage is good. I grow mine here in very good black dirt with a lot of organic material. Choose a sheltered spot from the cold, drying winds. And when you're planting them, loosen up the soil and remove any weeds, and add a lot of organic matter to the soil, like well rotted compost or manure to improve the soil. I would never use manure straight. You need to let it compost. So that should be composted manure. Plant the corms 2 to 3 inches deep with the pointy ends facing up. And I plant my bulbs very close together. I think a mass planting of them creates a beautiful display. After planting them, water them thoroughly and keep the soil moist until they get established. And during the growing season, water them once weekly to keep the soil moist, especially during dry spells. If you have a lot of organic material in the soil will stay moist longer. And I try to keep as many leaves and other organic material as I can in my soil, which I think is good for all plants. Once established, they are somewhat drought tolerant, but consistent moisture is still preferred for optimal flowering. They don't generally require heavy feeding, especially if you have a lot of organic material. You can apply a general fertilizer if you want in the spring. Sometimes I apply fertilizer in the spring and fall, early in the fall, late summer, early fall. Mulching. Apply a thick layer of organic mulch, well-rotted compost or manure, over the soil in autumn or spring. This helps suppress weeds, retain soil moisture, and can provide some insulation for the corms in winter. I don't do any deadheading or removing of spent blooms on mine, although I have heard it said that if you take the blooms off, they might bloom more often or look more tidy, but I don't do anything. And after blooming, I leave the foliage in place, like with most plants. It's crucial for photosynthesis to store up energy in the corms for next year's blooms. So don't cut them down after they're done blooming. And I don't stake any of the plants in my garden. And they are hardy in zone 6 to 9, although I am here in zone 5, and I think the variety I have is Lucifer, so it must be hardy in zone 5. In colder areas, zone 5 and below, you can put a mulch over it. And I have so much organic material in my garden. There's a nearby maple tree, so in the fall it drops a lot of leaves there, And I might even rake the yard into the flower bed so it gets even more leaves, because I think there is nothing better for your garden than leaves. Tree roots go way down in the soil and bring up a lot of minerals to benefit the plants, and then the earthworms eat these leaves and they make wonderful fertilizer. So put a lot of organic material in your garden, especially leaves if you can. Even grass clippings, although grass clippings don't look as good in a more of a formal flower bed. So I might put the grass clippings in the back garden. Now I haven't never divided mine, and they haven't really grown that much because I don't have mine in full sun. So I need to, probably this fall, I'm going to move them out to the more sunny location, and maybe they will start dividing more often. I don't think there's any pests or diseases that bother them. I have some problems with Japanese beetles in my garden, but they have never attacked the Crocosmias. I hope that tells you everything you wanted to know about Crocosmias. So if you liked that video, can you please click like on it, click thumbs up, and subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate it. So thanks a lot, and I will see you next time. Bye.